What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Point of contention in the BCBU rivalry, and yet another point of contention, is who I think is better, Michael Matheson or Garrett Noonan. They play similar games. Garrett's a little bit better defensively. Matheson's a little bit better offensively, a little more polished, I should say. And I think Garrett plays the game with a little more tenacity, even though if you look at Matheson's penalty minutes last 2 years, 101 through, what's he got, 47 games on the Heights, so that's, indicative of a pretty tenacious style of play. I like both their games. Obviously, it's tough to be unbiased talking about Garrett because, I've known him forever. But they're Matheson has a slightly higher upside offensively. I think Garrett's a safer pick, but I think Matheson can develop into a top pairing defenseman. I think they both will play in the NHL. Matheson has the first round pedigree working for him. And obviously, he warranted that. I think Florida made a very good choice drafting him in the first round last year out of the Big Fighting Saints. And in fact, I think he has a good shot to be one of the only collegiate blue liner on Team Canada. He should probably be the only collegiate player on Team Canada at the World Juniors this year, and that's a testament to how good he is. And choosing to play college hockey over playing in the Q. And I mean, choosing to play at one of the best programs of college hockey too. It's really, programs like BC and BU. If they're recruiting you, it's worth taking the untraditional route for a Canadian player, which is actually kind of it's funny. You look at him coming down to play college hockey, and how many kids from New England have gone up to the Q in the last couple of years. It's like, oh, wow, it's the way it works, but. It's different strokes, different folks, and all of them are effective ways to make the NHL. But going back to the split, who's better than who. Comparing players on who's better at a college level versus how they'll project, 3 years down the line. Matheson's 3 years younger, so if that works in his favor, probably, more room to grow. But you look at the work Garrett's put in over the last 4 years and, expanded his game, expanded his repertoire, really gone from being a freewheeling offensive defenseman at the high school level, kind of solidified his game defensively in juniors, and now is just a well-rounded defenseman that can play in all situations. I mean, I think Matheson can take a similar path in terms of rounding out his defensive game. I think he goes pro at the end of the season, though, so that's gonna be something to watch. But I think if he plays 4 years of college hockey at the collegiate level, he will be a very, very, very intriguing player coming out. But I think he goes pro after this year, does a little on-the-job training between Florida and San Antonio, and see where he is in a year or so. But I like both their games. They're two of my favorite defensemen in hockey used to watch. Both because they bring different degrees of excitement, and I think that's, as a fan, as someone who loves the game, you like seeing guys that'll go out there and freewheel with the puck and, in Garrett's case, play tough every shift and, make it tough for forwards to get established in terms of good offensive position. But like I said, they both enjoy to watch. They both played the game right, and, you'll be hearing a lot from them down the line, and I think any success either team has this season will depend on their success. I mean, their stats are almost identical. Noonan's got 8 points in 11 games, and Matheson has 7 points in 11 games. So, go off that. But, like I said, I like watching both of them play. I've had the privilege of watching them both play a number of times. And, I think we'll be watching them play in the National Hockey League for a long time. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ, answering the Michael Matheson or Garrett Noonan question. Stay tuned for episodes through the season and beyond. Later, guys.